Now, history likes to repeat itself. I'm going to show some connections between the current coronavirus pandemic and Richard Nixon. Nixon ended American involvement in the war in Vietnam in 1973, ending the military draft that same year. On August 9, 1974, he resigned in the face of almost certain impeachment and removal from office, the only time an American president has done so. If we take this year, the year of the pandemic in America, and we subtract the year the troops in Vietnam were removed, 1973, it leaves us with 47. Oddly enough, this year in June, the current president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, will be turning 74 years old. The impeachment of Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, occurred on December 18, 2019, when the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives approved articles of impeachment on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. His impeachment 2019, the end of the Vietnam War, 1974. If we subtract 1974 from 2019, we're left with 45. Donald Trump being the 45th president. Towards the end of the Vietnam War in South Vietnam, there was an incident, or a campaign, from the 13th of December 1974 till the 30th of April 1975. The Chinese state broadcaster CCTV reported in a broadcast on the 9th of January 2020 that the new viral outbreak was first detected in the city of Wuhan, China, on the 12th of December 2019. December being the 12th month, 1 plus 2 is 3, and the 12th day, 1 plus 2 is 3, for your 33. Now fast forward 3 months. U.S. proclamation on declaring a national emergency concerning the novel coronavirus disease COVID-19 outbreak. 3 months later, March being the 3rd month, there's your 33 again. And that wonderful number 13. Also going on during this time, the South China Sea crisis. Beijing sinks Vietnamese ship and detains crew. Tensions flared this week after Beijing sunk a Vietnamese vessel in a disputed region. This story was from April 3rd, 4 plus 3 is 7. Timestamp, 1722, 3. Also, they updated it at 2010, that's a 3. Going back for April 3rd, that's a 3. The Vietnamese ship was sunk near the disputed Paracel Islands, an island chain which has been one of the hot points of tension in the area. As well as sinking the vessel, the crew was also detained by the Chinese ship. Reported by the South China Morning Post, a local official from the Quai Nang province near the center of the country, Nguyen Van Hai said, was the first time an attack has happened in the region this year. The Battle of Paracel Islands was a military engagement between the naval forces of China and South Vietnam in the Paracel Islands on January 19, 1974. The battle was an attempt by the South Vietnamese Navy to expel the Chinese Navy from the vicinity. Just wanted to point out here as well, we have January 19th, January being the first month, 1 and 9 is 10, drop the 0. There we have that, and they like their 7 and 4 and their 4 and their 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. A set of pillars there make you feel a little more at home. South Vietnam requested, this was during the Vietnam War, assistance from the U.S. 7th Fleet, but the request was denied. Now, politics is an illusion. War is an illusion. Just games to keep the people entertained. Sick games. The illusion of opposing powers and winning sides and ego boosts and what have you. But on the face of this, during the Vietnam War, South Vietnam requested assistance from the China Navy. The U.S. denied it. So, the Paracel Islands were lost to China. And in the recent China Sea crisis, those Vietnamese fishermen were going towards those islands and they were sunk and detained. Just to show China still owns them. Did coronavirus originate in China? One man made a direct connection with the military games in Wuhan in October 2019, which included a delegation of 300 U.S. military. Go Bulldogs. The 2019 Military World Games, officially known as the 7th CISM Military World Games, and commonly known as Wuhan 2019, was held from October 18th to the 27th, 2019 in Wuhan, Hubei, China. Remember, it was the U.S. 7th Fleet that denied Vietnam help during the war. Coronavirus and the search for patient zero. According to Chinese government data obtained by SCMP, a 55-year-old from Hubei province was the first person the government detected as suffering from a new virus. And that was reported, I believe, October 30th, 3 days after the end of this Wuhan 7th Military World Games. Just for fun, I thought I'd add, in 1974, Trump obtained an option on one of the Penn Central's hotels, the Commodore. It was very unprofitable, but an excellent location. Seemed to be his first real move into the business, real estate world. He didn't officially own the building until 76. However, 74 was definitely a cornerstone for Donald Trump. Here's some old photos. Looks like Trump and Nixon had a relationship of some kind. I guess when their bosses are trying to make doppelgangers of them, they best get along. Oh, the illusion of politics. All these brothers getting along, keeping your world safe, our world. What would we do without them? I do love a game of chess. God bless.